paw seems to be doing okay. So we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of a social walk here. Got him on a much shorter traffic leash. Good boy. That combined with his anti-pull harness here. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Good boy. So the goal here is to really slow him down, because he's gonna have a lot of things that he's gonna want to get interested in with his nose. Yes, good boy. But we want to do our best to encourage him to stay with us and to not pull. Right? Good boy. So even though we have less leash to play with, the same rules will still apply. So this might require a lot of pauses, might require a few turns. We just want to make sure that he doesn't just continue to pull through any of the leash pressure. Good boy. I'm also going to try to help him out as much as I can by moving towards whatever he's going to be interested in. Here it's going to also be difficult because we are going downhill. Good boy. Yes. Yes, good. There you go. Good boy. So the trick to this, once again, is consistency and really taking our time with things. Good boy. Okay, too much? So when he starts losing me because of his nose, and that becomes his leader, that's when I'm gonna step in, and as soon as he starts that tension, I'm gonna start guiding him the other way, so that way it forces his focus. So you can see he gets very interested in everything that goes on around him, as well as finding things to track with his nose. Good boy, this way. We also have to be extra careful of any food on the ground. Boy. As well as making sure that we give plenty of space for other pedestrians that are walking. This part is going to be a little bit more difficult as well, just because he's excited in being in a new area, but we're also going downhill, which also encourages animals to usually walk a little bit faster too. Well, hopefully what we'll do, good boy, is we'll be able to compare the beginning part of this walk and how many redirections that we need for him to kind of settle in and refocus or calm down or slow down, to the end of the video where he's kind of had a few corrections already with the leash pressure and we're going back uphill, and he should be less excited about being out and about. Be sure to keep an eye on his paw and check again after this. I think this will be a good exercise because it's still not the cleanest environment, but I didn't see any cuts on the bottom of his pad. I think it's something, if at all, in between the two pads. But it doesn't seem to be bothering him. So wanted to try to continue on with some light work. Good boy, yes, this way. Good boy. Hi. Good boy. It's also going to be really distracting, so we can see if we can work on the sit. Oh, good boy. Good job. Good boy. Good boy. You can see that momentum really starts to pick up as soon as that nose hits the ground. He's just following one scent trail after the other. We're gonna let him get stuck on this one for a little bit. Good boy. This also helps work in our favor for when he's alone. Want him to make sure that he's as empty as possible before leaving him alone, as well as like tired too, not just physically but mentally. And so if he gets an opportunity to check out and actually smell and explore these things, it's more practice than just kind of the physical exercise of just walking straight with us mindlessly for a while. We're also combining that too with the leash pressure exercises and some focus work. So we're really trying to tax both the mental and physical side of things on him before leaving him alone, so that way he's more likely to just want to rest and relax as opposed to be anxious. So he's starting to pull here, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn. Good boy, yes, good boy. Good job. I'm just gonna continue to positively reinforce the good behaviors. If I had an extra hand too, we try to kind of mark and lure him into the heel position. But for now, we're kind of just stopping to treat as necessary. Good boy. Okay. All right, so we're gonna start going again. And as soon as we start getting too much tension on that lead, we're gonna pause. Good boy, wait. Wait. We're gonna let everybody else go first, wait. Good boy. So we give the command, and then if necessary, we'll give some tugs to let him know physically that we're stopping and pausing. And then when we're ready to re-engage on the walk, we wanna let him clearly know, okay, good boy. Right, when to start up again. Now he's really excited because he was stuck there for a while, getting antsy, so he started going too fast. Like I said, we don't have very much extra leash room right now, so we're on the traffic lead, and so he hit that wall really quickly. Same thing here, starting to follow his nose to the side, and we're about to hit it, there it is. So back again, all right. All I'm doing is interrupting his nose and breaking that process. Good boy, yes. And we'll restart it again. Generally, the effectiveness of this will come with like how much impact he has when that leash pressure happens. That's why when trainers are really harsh and turn suddenly, it forces him really to recognize that moment as a negative moment and try to force his focus more on us as opposed to following his nose, so that way he doesn't hit that negative moment again. Right now we're not to that degree of like correcting the behavior as much as we're trying to teach him to do this as opposed to do that. So we're just shooting for enough pressure that he gets the message, but not enough that it hurts him. Okay, so same thing here. We are still going downhill, so I'm just gonna go ahead and redirect. Good boy, slow things down. Same thing here. Good boy, this way. Right, so I'm gonna start, the more that I notice him pulling, the more that I'm gonna start leading him to where I would like him to go, right? I start taking over the directions And I start guiding him. And you can see that now instead of his nose guiding him, he's kind of following me. All right, so once again, he starts picking up momentum. I turn this way, he got distracted by the little one, so we'll do a little weight exercise here for him. He hears voices, wait. Good boy. Good boy, good weight. Yes, good boy, good focus. Good job. Good. You can kind of see in this environment, the kind of weight that matters the most is when he's just waiting with me. We're both standing still, waiting for people to pass by, or keeping him from engaging into somebody or a dog that might not be interested, right? I'm not asking him to wait and then I'm walking 10 or 20 feet away and then recalling him to me. Would not be recommended, even with the most well-trained of dogs, because you have the most untrained of drivers sometimes around not paying attention. Good boy. So safety is not just, practice on him, but practice for him as well. So now he wants to maintain where he is there. So I'm gonna apply pressure. Good boy, until he gives up and he starts to comply, in which case I'll release that pressure and let him know that he's doing well. And once again, we'll start going again. He's doing really well. And it's quite a downward slope. Might not pick it up on video. Kind of show you back there. And there's lots of smells everywhere, especially now that we're closing into the pet store. So he wants to go in, but we're not going to go in right now. We swing by later to pick up some more dog food. Let him go in as well to get weighed and check out his feeding guidelines. He's been doing well eating. He doesn't finish all of his kibble and gets plenty of treats in there. So he's definitely not going hungry. We just want to make sure we're not vastly underfeeding or overfeeding him. Okay. So same thing here, right? Just following the nose a little bit too much. Starting to get a little bit too much tension on the lead. So I'm gonna take back over. I'm gonna show him where to go and what to do instead of just telling him to stop pulling, right? So if I just stop and tell him to stop, he's gonna look for something else to do. And all the scents on the ground haven't stopped, right? They didn't pause just because we asked him to. Those scents and his excitement is still gonna persist. So that's why it's a lot easier, just instead of telling him what not to do, showing him what to do. Good boy, this way. So here, he's gonna start pulling towards the door. So I'm gonna pause, pull back. Good boy. Get him to refocus on me. Yes. Would you like a treat? Good boy. Another way of gauging whether or not he's too involved in his environment is if he's able to even take treats or if he's just too distracted. His sit test also seems to be a good litmus test on whether or not he's a little bit too involved or unsure. So since we have kids running by, we're gonna try to make them some space. And we're gonna let the kids go by, keep him here with us. Good boy. And he's just watching them run around. Good boy. One more. Good boy. Now this is how we're gonna practice stay and wait as we go through all those other distractions. Yeah. Just having him kind of stay with me. Hi, how you doing? Good boy. All right, you ready? Let's go. So you can see, especially when he starts to kind of dip down and put his nose down, starts trailing, when he's gonna completely kind of forget about us, where we are, what we're doing, and just start kind of following his nose again until he feels that leash pressure. Good boy. So again, I'm gonna go left. Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna go right. Good boy. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna turn left into him and around. Good boy. So we're just really just helping him to walk with us as opposed to just walking with his nose. And you see, as soon as we stop guiding him, because he doesn't have that focus anymore, he just finds his nose to guide him. So once again, I'm gonna stop and do a right turn. Stop and do a right turn. Good boy. I'm pretty much killing all the momentum that nose he's following picks up. All right, so now we're in the grass. Good boy. Gonna have him wait a little bit, and we're gonna go together. If he starts going too fast, I'm gonna start guiding him again, taking him off of the nose. Like I said, this will be usually a little bit easier if you don't also have a camera to carry in your other hand, because then we can also help with luring him into the heel position. And like I said, we want him to make sure that he's about as empty as he gets before we go back in and leave him alone. Hi. And we want him to kind of get out and explore.
Pretty dog.
You say thank you? He's very friendly if you want to say hi. Good boy.
You're adorable.
This is say thank you, Mr. Bones.
Girl or boy?
Boy.
Boy.
Good boy. Thank you. Come on, we gotta get out of her way.
What are you videoing the dog?
Yeah. We're practicing good walking behaviors.
Is the dog up for adoption?
Oh no, he's already got a great owner.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I'm looking.
Good luck. Hopefully you'll find a nice one. Good boy. You are almost adopted again, good sir. All right. So once again, I'm gonna go ahead and stop his forward momentum, especially from going out into the street like that. Good boy. Wait for him to recognize. Walk very nicely here to the crosswalk. Gonna go ahead and wait again. Good boy, good wait. Okay, leash is nice and loose. Car is coming. You're gonna see if that car goes left or right. And depending on which way they go. All right, yep, so they're gonna go that way. Now we're gonna go after. Good boy. So it's very important not to just assume, especially with cars and most of them going the majority of a usual way. That one also didn't have their blinker on. So it's always better to be safe than sorry than to make any kind of assumptions. Good boy. Good boy, there you go, good job. So now he's doing a good job of kind of volunteering his focus on me. So I want to take a moment here, good boy, to go ahead and appreciate and reward that. And it doesn't just have to be a momentary treat. It could just be hanging out with him for a little bit, giving him some pets, taking a little break. Good boy. The main thing is we just want to make sure that we mark it when he does give us his focus there. And make sure that he knows that we appreciate it. Because the one thing overall that will help with his pulling behavior is going to be focus. Good boy. You ready, big guy? So this time I'm going to go right. So now he's got to adjust. Good boy. I'm very rarely using the leash to pull him away from something unless, you know, there's something on the ground or we need to move for people, but I'm kind of using the leash more like a boundary. Good boy. And then making him kind of recognize that he's hit that boundary. And then he has to kind of figure out where we're going to go, what we're going to do. Same here, boundary. Good boy. All right. I'll use some directional leash pressure as well, just by continuing to walk. Just by continuing to walk where I'm going. What do you think, bud? Oh, you scared? Sorry, it's probably the bike. Oh, it's okay,
sorry,
bud.
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. It's okay, big guy. It's just a bike. Oh, there you go. There you go. Good boy.
Good boy.
Oh, there you go. Good boy. It's okay. You're okay. Good boy. Good boy. There you go. Good job.
Sorry.
Nah, it's all good. Trying to get him used to everything. Yeah, he's too shy. Good boy. It's okay, big guy. There you go. Good boy. There's the tail. Good boy. There you go.
Aw.
Is that an e-bike?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm too old for one.
Huh?
I'm too old to be pedaling.
I feel you.
Too much mileage, I guess. Aw.
Good boy.
Good boy.
There you go.
It's okay.
You have a good one.
Chin up.
You're okay, big guy. Good boy. See, there you go. Aw. It's a good social experience for him, right? And you kind of really tell sometimes if it's the accessories that we have on us. Hi, how you doing? Or if it's like, or if it's the person. But he could tell he was just kind of unsure of the bike on that situation. Good boy. Yes, good boy. So I was just slowing down in little bits until he can recognize the leash pressure. Just having him check back again. Yeah, gonna offer him a little bit of guidance here. Good boy. And then again. It's okay. Good boy. You can tell he's wary of going back towards the bike. Good boy, there you go. So I had to use a little bit of pressure to pull it through. And he is much more excited again to continue on this way. He is definitely a very sensitive guy. We want to make sure we keep that in mind and not have to force anything on him if we can help it, but at the same time, just not letting him be afraid of things that he doesn't need to be afraid of, right? Giving him some time and some positive encouragement, some positive pressure so he doesn't just run away right away when he's scared or unsure of something. Just like with the blue tunnel back at the dog park. If necessary, you can always, especially as freaked out as he was, you can always make initial space, right? Give him some time to kind of calm down or get used to seeing something new or scary from a distance. But it'll be important to just not leave it at that, right? Kind of slowly show him that there's nothing to be afraid of by moving back in, letting him smell, letting him re-engage whenever possible. It's not always going to be possible while you're out and about, but that's also part of the reason why we take him out. Not only so he can get some good practice in on how he should walk and behave with distractions, but also so that way we can get him used to all those new things that he might come across in the world that may scare him. That would be another situation where you don't want to use, corrective pressure because he's just scared and trying to get away, and you're tugging hard at him just because he's scared. Boundary pressure works pretty well most of the time. There are definitely going to be moments when you're going to need to continue walking to give him some directional pressure, where you're going to need to pop the leash to get his attention. But for the most part, here he's just kind of picking up again. For the most part, if we just interrupt that train of thought and slow him down, should be enough time that we can get him off of that initial fixation, or we can step in again with guidance. Good boy, this way. Okay. Good boy. He's doing well. This is a very short leash. He's got a little bit of extra room because of the harness that he has on, has some slack between the vest itself and the ring where it connects. And once again, you can kind of see he's afraid of the ball here. What, big guy? You've never been to Target. Come on, it's okay. Good boy. So, see, he's freaking out when I'm touching it. It's okay. Yeah. Good boy, there you go. The treats helps him because it helps to take his mind off of the scary red object and gives him something else to temporarily focus on. Right, good boy, there we go. And then he got to involuntarily smell it, and when he realized how close he was, he had to take a step back there. Good boy, it's okay. Tail's starting to go again, so that's good. So yeah, definitely a few good benefits to working outside. You have all the distractions, but especially for him, getting him used to all these uncertain things. So attracted by the sound of the car tires. Good boy, it's okay. Good boy. Good boy, yes. Good focus. Good boy. So let's see if we can get him to, yes, very good. Good boy. We'll go ahead and end the video on there. Start our walk back. Good boy, he did really good though. All the people. Good boy. I know. All right, so unfortunately, it's gonna be really difficult to film our walk back. Didn't really think this all the way through because now we have no hands. This other hand is now full of other things as well. But we'll see how he does here. We'll let him wait for this side. Hi, how you doing? Good boy, good wait. Good boy. I'm gonna start walking back. Good boy. He's doing really good though. Seems to definitely want to go inside the stores. Just gonna do some leash pressure here to move him along. Good boy. So as soon as he complies with that leash pressure and release it. Mark, let him know that he's doing well by following me, and then we'll just carry on again. And we'll try to do the same thing if he starts to pull too much going forward. And go ahead and turn. Good boy. Offer him some guidance. Get him to slow down and focus on everything. Okay, good boy. So we used the scale while we were there. Used anywhere from like 55 to 60 pounds. And so Merrick, for his dog food, 50 pounds is going to be 3 1/3 cups, and then 60 pounds is going to be 3 3/4 cups. So as long as we shoot for at least 3.5 cups a day, we should be fine. Good boy. Good boy. Thank you. Yes, good job. Okay, so I'm going to turn right here. Good boy. Make it so he has to at least think about following me and where I'm going. Stop by these bushes here. Good boy. So he needs to go potty. Hi. Thanks. He's very popular. He's definitely very distracted by his nose most of the time too, though, which is fine. Good boy, good pee-pee. Got a little bit left, not too much. Good boy. So we'll probably just stop here before I drop everything because it's all slipping again. Actually, I'll just pause. Oh, good boy. We'll resituate here. Yeah, he did really well. Oh gosh. All right, he did really well for this one. Try to end on another good sit if possible. Smells the dog. Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. Good sit. Good job. Much better.